Buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you might just blow your mind. Toyota, the company that gave us the Prius and made hybrid cool before it was cool, is now saying they've got something that might end electric cars. Like, say goodbye to Teslas, forget charging stations, and toss your EV charging cable out the window kind of end. Crazy, right? So here's the scoop. The CEO of Toyota recently dropped a game-changing announcement. They've developed a water-powered engine. Yeah, you heard that right. Not hydrogen tanks, not solar panels, water. Good old H2O. And before you roll your eyes and go, come on, I've heard this before, just wait. This isn't your uncle's Facebook conspiracy post from 2007. This is Toyota, and they're dead serious. Now let's be clear, this isn't magic. You don't just dump a bottle of Dasani into your car and expect it to hit 60 miles per hour in 5 seconds. The science is actually rooted in a process called electrolysis. Basically, the system splits water into hydrogen and oxygen. The hydrogen is then used to power the vehicle. The only thing that comes out of the tailpipe? Water vapor. Yep, no smoke, no pollution, just a little puff of steam. And honestly, this might be exactly what the EV world needs right now. Don't get me wrong, I love a good Tesla Model S launch video as much as the next tech nerd. But let's be real for a second. EVs, for all their greatness, still come with a fair share of headaches. Charging takes time. Batteries degrade. Mining for lithium and cobalt? Super not eco-friendly. And let's not even get started on the electric grid strain. Your state's blackout might be sponsored by your neighbor's 3 EVs charging at once. Now imagine this. Instead of plugging in your car for hours, you just refill it with water. Toyota's new water engine produces hydrogen on demand. That means no heavy storage tanks like traditional hydrogen cars. It's lightweight, it's efficient, and it sidesteps all the nasty infrastructure problems that have been holding hydrogen back. Plus, it works in freezing cold temperatures, which, sorry Tesla, is still a major issue for batteries. And look, Toyota's not new to this whole hydrogen thing. They've been messing around with it for decades. Back in 2014, they dropped the Mirai, the world's first mass-produced hydrogen fuel cell car. It had a 300-plus mile range and refueled in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's faster than your Starbucks order. Since then, they've been teaming up with big names like GM and Mitsubishi to make hydrogen even better. And now, they've opened up a new hydrogen factory that's aiming to cut fuel cell costs by half. That's huge. But wait, hasn't the whole water-powered car thing been tried before? And failed miserably? Yes, absolutely! In fact, there's a long history of sketchy claims around this. Remember Stanley Meyer from the 80s? He said he created a water fuel cell that could run a car and then, poof, gone! Total scam! Then there was that Genesis Facts thing in 2008 and some guy in Indonesia claiming his bike ran on tap water. Spoiler alert, none of those worked! Or let's say, none of those could be proven to work. So what makes Toyota different? One word, receipts. They've got the tech, they've got the labs, they've got the engineers, and most importantly, they've got the money. Billions have already gone into hydrogen R&D. This isn't a basement project. This is industrial-grade, globally supported innovation. And the timing couldn't be better. Right now, EVs are getting some side-eye from regulators and scientists alike. There's more and more talk about how clean batteries actually are, the environmental cost of mining, the energy it takes to manufacture, and how long those batteries really last. It's all being questioned. Meanwhile, Toyota is rolling in with this slick, clean, refillable water tech, and suddenly the EV throne isn't looking so secure anymore. Let's zoom out for a sec. In China, companies like BYD and NIO are killing it with EVs. They're getting huge subsidies and rolling out crazy fast charging networks. In the US, we've got Tesla, GM, Ford, big players doing the battery thing hard. But battery production? That's where things get sticky. Batteries rely on rare earth materials, which aren't just expensive. They're messy to extract and often involve some not-so-great labor practices. Toyota's alternative here is refreshing, literally and metaphorically. Their plan is to keep hybrids in play, expand their hydrogen portfolio, and now this whole water engine development. It's like they've been watching everyone else bet everything on EVs and said, cool story, we're gonna try something better. Now, before we crown Toyota as the new king of clean cars, we've got to talk about the big if. This whole thing hinges on infrastructure. Hydrogen refueling stations are still pretty rare, especially in the US. Even in Japan and Europe, where governments are way more on board with clean tech, it's going to take time and money to build the needed networks. But here's where it gets spicy. Because if Toyota can crack the code on home-based water electrolysis, yeah, you heard me, people might be able to make their own fuel at home using solar power. Think about that for a second. No more gas stations, no more public chargers, just your car, your roof panels, and a water line. That could be massive. Of course, we've got to talk about Elon Musk. The man who practically put EVs on the map is famously not a fan of hydrogen. He once called hydrogen fuel cells mind-bogglingly stupid. Strong words. But hey, this is the guy who's sending rockets into space for fun? So maybe some rivalry here is good for the industry? And let's not pretend that Tesla isn't innovating like crazy. Their Dojo supercomputer, full self-driving, the new Roadster, it's all cutting-edge stuff. But if Toyota's water engine pans out the way they claim, it could force even Elon to rethink his hydrogen stance. All right, let's pause here for a sec. I'm curious, would you actually use a car powered by water? Like, if it worked as well as an EV, but all you had to do was fill it up with water, would you make the switch? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm seriously dying to see what you think. And hey, if you've got a better idea than Toyota, share that too. Who knows? We might have a future CEO in the chat. So, where do we go from here? Well, Toyota isn't trying to kill EVs. They're offering another option, and honestly, we need options. Climate change, energy instability, resource depletion, we're going to need a buffet of solutions, not just one flavor. The fact that a company as big and established as Toyota is pushing this hard on water power, that's a signal, a big one. Best case scenario, Toyota nails it. We see a rollout of affordable water-powered cars. Hydrogen refueling becomes commonplace. Grid strain drops. Pollution plummets. Elon tweets something nice about hydrogen. Worst case, the tech hits roadblocks. Infrastructure doesn't grow fast enough. The public stays skeptical. And we keep seeing EVs dominate the road. But even then, Toyota's pressure will likely make the whole industry think harder, innovate more, and push cleaner alternatives forward. So yeah, it's a gamble, but it's a smart one. And honestly, it's kind of exciting to see the EV conversation evolve beyond just batteries. We've been stuck in this Tesla versus everyone else loop for so long that it's refreshing to hear a new approach. Water-powered cars. From Toyota. In 2025. Sounds wild, but not impossible. All right, folks, that's a wrap. If you're still watching, first of all, you rock. Second, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next big tech update. And hey, check out the video on the left. It's all about how AI technology is changing the world. Catch you there. Stay curious. Stay skeptical. And stay hydrated. Because who knows, your next car might just need a refill too.